Hello, Charlotte, and welcome to another episode of CMPAC Spotlight, where we are shining the spotlight on a very special guest today. We have Mr. Eric Cunningham. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you,
welcome.
Vanelle. Yeah.
So this might be a little old hat to you because you've been here for quite a while, right?
14 years. Yes.
14 years.
14
Wow. Okay. So let's go back in time.
All right.
Okay. And tell me what brought you here?
My church.
Church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was part of the audio-visual ministry, and I was doing the audio part.
Okay.
And the guy that did the video part was, decided he didn't want to do it anymore. I said, "Hey, would you like to learn that?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." And they sent me here.
Okay.
The church actually sent me here.
So they sent you here because they knew you could learn everything.
I loved that. From the time I got here, I was all in. Yeah. 14 years later.
Wow. So was it something you ever dabbled in
I
before?
never thought about it.
Wow.
Because I'm less than a mile from here. I grew up. Never knew they were here.
So you're born and raised Charlotte.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, never knew this was here.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
Okay, so born and raised in Charlotte. And obviously there's a big gap between there and when you came here. What were you doing in between? You mentioned, well, I know you're a veteran.
right.
Okay. So you served.
Yeah, I went in the Army after high school. And I did 3 years active. And my last duty station active was South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah, and I came home and I did 3 years of reserve, and I worked at various type jobs until.
What was being in South Korea like?
Cold.
Cold? Colder than here?
Oh, that it hit. No, that when I left South Korea, I said I would never complain about the cold again. I landed on January 5th of 1975, and the pilot said the temperature is, the time is 1:17, temperature outside is 13 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And it just stayed that way for a while, and I had to go through another winter. So I do not complain about the cold ever.
Yeah. And you were there for how long?
14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
Wow. And so it's always cold there? Or?
No, just in the winter.
Just in the winter. Okay.
I mean, I think the rice paddies froze about October, and they didn't thaw out till March, April. So you see the kids ice skating on the rice paddies.
Wow.
So winter, yeah.
So what did you do in the military?
Knew you were going to ask that. I was a military intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see, I can kind of see the relation in intelligence and eventually being interested in audio video. See?
Kind of, yeah, because that's what I did. I wore headphones and sat in front of a typewriter. Yeah.
And you enjoyed that part of being in
So,
the military?
yeah, I loved the job. I just wasn't a good soldier.
You weren't a good soldier. And we were talking earlier, and I was telling you I was from California, from Oakland, and you said you spent some time over there as well.
When I was getting out of the service,
Okay.
I ETS from Oakland.
Okay.
Army Air Base, yeah.
And then you came back to Charlotte? Okay.
I did. Exactly.
And what made you want to come back to Charlotte after seeing the world?
No, we wasn't seeing the world.
You weren't seeing the world, just South Korea.
I was just 22 years old, ready
Yeah,
to come home.
yeah.
Because the job, I could have actually transitioned into that same type of job, but I would have had to go to D.C., Maryland area, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'd been away from home for 3 years. I wanted to be home. So
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
I regret it sometimes, but hey, it wasn't meant to be. Okay.
So after doing intelligence in the military, what came after that for you?
Work.
Work.
Work, yeah. I'm a mechanic by trade.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
took that in high school in Central Piedmont, but I never earned a paycheck as a mechanic. I always did it, but I never earned it.
Yeah.
My brother and I owned the shop for a while.
Okay.
And
And people didn't pay?
but no, it was a paycheck on anybody's payroll. I was the partner, so I wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
I never did it as a hit the clock type deal. But and after that, I went into the local economy.
Yeah.
And I got into working manufacturing and warehousing and that kind of stuff. And then the managerial positions came. But that was about it.
Okay.
Just regular job. Never had a career.
Right.
But
Well, I don't know.
just
I
had
think that's
jobs.
I think
had
I
jobs.
think that's a career.
Having jobs. is
Yeah,
career.
it can be.
Okay.
So then you were at a church, and they sent you here to learn everything you could learn to take it back to them. Were they on the air?
Yes, they were on the air, but actually, they didn't send me here to learn it. They just sent me here so I could be the producer and keep the show going.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I decided I wanted to do the other stuff instead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you come here and you take your first you do the orientation, and then you take your first class. And when did it hit you that, like, I like this?
Almost immediately. Almost immediately, yeah. Because I was always just learning. It was new stuff, and and I said, okay, why didn't I learn about this earlier? That was always my thought. I could say, I never did. Never crossed my mind. So now, with me being in this long, anytime they have young people come through here, I'm saying, look, this may be something you really want to look into, because it's going to be here. That's what I'm thinking. Unless these AI takes over, I don't know. But this is something, it's just going to be here. You can go almost anywhere and do it, So.
What is one of your favorite aspects of Access 21?
Meeting different people. Yeah. Meeting different people.
Yeah. So do you feel like you're in more of like a mentoring role now?
Now,
with the young
yes.
people? Yeah. So you've directed a lot here, right?
And what I
Volunteer directed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all volunteer.
Yeah.
But what I get from directing with the shows that I do, mostly faith-based. So what I get from that is learning biblical stuff from different aspects, different people. That's what I take away from.
Yeah, that I can imagine everybody might be a little different, and so you find that common thread.
Yeah, everybody has, their different interpretations of certain things, and I take it all in.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to have your own show?
Not really.
No? You don't want a talk show?
No, I've actually done a couple of specials, but I was not involved.
Right.
The other side of the camera.
Right. So the word around here is you have been the Volunteer of the Year 3 times: 2016, 2022, and then last year, 2024.
You got that?
Yep. Nope. It's right here, and I saw it on the plaques out there.
Yeah.
So what do you think is what is advice you would give someone who is volunteering here that they could take from their experience here?
Their careers here. That's what I want them to. Their careers here. I mean, if it's just camera operator, editing, there are careers that can be made here. That's why I try to impress on people.
So you first came here in 2011.
2011.
Okay.
Exactly.
How have you seen Access 21 kind of grow and expand over those years?
Different types of people come through. I mean, from truck drivers to medical people to ministers. That's it. It's just the amount of the variety of people that come through here.
Right.
That's what I get from it.
Yeah. Who's one of the most interesting, you don't have to say their name, but who's one of the most interesting people that you've met here that just left an impression on you?
Oh, when you put that word in there was a couple that I did a show with that were Messianic Jews. I had no idea what a Messianic Jew was. And the husband kind of took me under his wing.
Yeah.
and mentored me, and I will forever be grateful for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just took me, because I would wonder, people would call and say, "Hey, we want to come and work on this show," and I said, "Okay, I'll come." And I was new, volunteering. I mean, labbers and every show I would go on and help work out, he would be there in some capacity. I said,
Right.
"Why is this guy always here?" And I found out he was
Yeah.
actually asking people to call me. "Hey, call this guy. Call this guy." He taught me a lot. He's taught me a lot. Yes. But him and his wife are both deceased now. So
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you feel about like the support system here? Whether it's from, volunteers, or whether it's from, administrative, or...
I have no problem with anybody here. Yeah, because I have no problem with anybody. If I got questions, I ask. If they, something I need to know, I will find it out. I have no problem with the staff here at all. Yeah.
So when you first took, what classes did you take here?
I took the basic studio, which is in here, and the control room, and editing I had to take, and then I went to directing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not the podcasting one yet?
I have done that later.
Okay.
I just did that in the last couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just came out. I think I was
Yeah.
in the second class.
Ah.
Yeah, when they did the podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did do that one.
Yeah. So where do you want to go from here? I mean, you're not going to leave us, are you?
Yes. That was something. No, at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, this year?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess you earned it.
No, it's just that. I'm in my situation. I'm a caregiver, and my mother just turned 96 in September, and I need to spend more time at home.
Yeah.
And I think I may just restore a vehicle that I have.
Okay.
So
Yeah. What vehicle?
it's a 74 F100.
Wow.
I think I'm just going to restore that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, I've got a plan. If I want to be home, while I'm there, I can do that. So that's the deal. I have there's an in-home care. There 3 times a week, but
Right.
I say it keeps me close to home.
Yeah.
Mom keeps me close to home now. So.
Well, the time is very precious and special.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you think you'll miss being here?
Of course. Of course, yeah, I will.
How do you think being here and volunteering for other people's productions and all that, how do you think that has kind of added to you, who you are?
Being of service.
Yeah.
Just those 3 words, being of service.
Is that your love language, acts of service?
Okay, yeah.
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 Exactly.
Yeah. Because that's one thing I keep hearing is, you volunteer, you'll help everyone and anyone. Yeah. They love you here.
I see that. They show it. They
Yeah.
show it all the time. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful.
Yeah. Are you going to come back and visit?
Sure. They're too close. Wouldn't be not too. Yeah. I even expressed that already.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are some of your favorite memories here?
The orchard. No, I'm just joking. The camaraderie.
Yeah.
Camaraderie is a special group of people.
Yeah.
When you get to meet them occasionally. We all get together. We work together. We've had shows where we've had 3 directors on the set.
How does that work?
We all know everything
Is
else
that
to
like
do.
is that like having too many cooks in the
That's
kitchen?
No, it's no competition thing. I'll be on the show. I won't be directing, but it lets me know that everybody knows what they need to be doing. So that makes the show better. Yeah, when everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah. Is there any show you would have liked to have seen somebody do? No. So there's just like a variety, like everything's covered what someone can do here.
Yes, but there were some things I didn't do. Yeah, some things I had no interest in doing. After 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
what is some advice if somebody was watching this and they had an idea and were feeling, insecure about it and maybe feeling like they can't do it? What is some advice you would give them?
you're not being graded, you're not being rated, you're just volunteering.
Yeah.
Relax, you can't get fired. That's the thing. Yeah, come on, you can't mess up. Yeah, in those circumstances, you volunteered to come here. Nobody can,
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. That's the way I explained it to them. So I chose to do this. So.
Yeah. What do you think is a secret to being a good volunteer and not getting overwhelmed with volunteering?
Everybody can't do it. Yeah. If you're here and it's a volunteer, you want to be here. You chose to be here. And if I didn't want to help anybody, well, I come to a place that you help people.
Right.
So if you're here, like me, if I'm here, I want to be here.
Right.
Yeah. Why they forced me to be here? They asked, and I came, and I liked. Saw and conquered. But no, that's the biggest thing. If I'm here and I look, I can't put everybody where I am, but I came and I enjoyed it and I stayed. Yeah.
And I think, too, that's also good for anyone who has a show they want to do to know that they can come here and they can get training, but that there's also people to help them.
Yes,
there are volunteers here that want to help them.
Yes.
They're not going to have to figure it out by themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a teamwork thing.
It is. Teamwork makes the dream work.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm sad because I just got here and now you're leaving.
No, but like I say, I'll be popping in.
Yeah.
But I was glad to meet you. Although we had a time catching up with each other.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I am surprised that they asked me, knowing that I was leaving.
Why?
And I was just, I'm on my way out and say, hey, we want you on the spotlight. Well, I'm leaving. He said, yeah, that's why we want you on the spotlight.
I think they want some words of wisdom for those that are.
That's just my experience.
Yeah.
It's just my experience. You call it wisdom. It's just my experience, and I would share it with you.
Yeah.
It's that.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
I enjoyed it. It's on my second time being in front of the camera.
Was it better this time?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yes. I kind of know what to expect. So.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you again. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us for another episode of CMPAC Spotlight. Join us again when we focus the spotlight on another special member.
Alrighty.